I am kind of vibing with them here. I think the Ivy's lineup, it does feel a little bit better. They get quite tanky quite quickly. This Necro will be able to always put pressure on this carry Tiny throughout the entire game. But I think for 11Monkeyz, the argument that they're having here is they can play this game at a really high pace. That once they start grouping up, CK, if you don't have ultimate available, etc., like they can potentially just punish them playing around Beastmaster, Void Spirit, being super quick and effective on the map. But again, it's early days. I am leaning towards Ivy's lineup.
See Ivy coming in from the side here. They're going to be able to get the opening with the stun. Mary does get the heal off.
Well, that's a big avalanche.
5-man avalanche there coming out from Palantimos. See if anything's going to come out of it. He's going to get Dragon Tailed. He's going to be the one surrounded. I think they've got enough to bring him down, though, because Cube, he's the one getting the lowest first. Snapfire in trouble, getting body blocked. He's going to get taken out. First blood for Mary. As 11Monkeyz, they'll take the kill here out of this fight. Ivy not quite having enough follow-up, really, to get anything done, even with them getting that sort of sneaky movement round from the side to get in.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen a 5-man avalanche in my life. Yeah.
True.
That was a banger.
Yeah, you don't see those much.
3, maybe 4, yeah,
Four
sure.
but yeah, 5-man.
Yeah, 5-man, 3-1 minute. To be fair though, 11Monkeyz, they actually had like the perfect spells to take a fight like that, right? They have Avalanche, they have the Nature's Attendance on Ench to stay alive, the Axes on Beastmaster, he then leveled Resonant Pulse, and like they have so much AoE and smaller stuff that, yeah, they were in a really good position to take that. And also they were already there, that they have 5 heroes on the high ground ready for Ivy's aggression. Already just forward thinking from 11Monkeyz.
Wow.
But this lane mid, it's not going to feel good for Void Spirit.
It's a bit of a tough one, right?
It is. Don't forget that the last time that Mobai played the Necrophos in the DPC was against Nigma. It was against Sumel's Earth Spirit. It was a pretty hard game for Sumel. He didn't really get a lot of farm, but it was
he did good in that game. That was the game when they had it. They could have potentially won, right?
Yeah,
they got
100%.
close.
Yeah, that was they got picked off a couple of times, and Nigma just kind of swarmed the map, pick off after pick off, and just kind of clawed their way back into the game. And yeah, I'm expecting the same type of game from this Necrophos against the Void Spirit. You'll farm pretty well. Sure, Void Spirit has better farming potential than the Earth Spirit that we saw. But yeah, Necro against any melee hero, it's always pretty annoying to be that melee hero.
And you like as well getting a couple of braces online on the Necrophos.
Yeah, you just want to be tanky, right?
Yep.
The extra regen. There's no reason to really get nulls. So yeah, I like the idea. Just get tank up pretty quick.
I'm interested what's a bit, because I think last time when he played it mid against Nigma Galaxy, we had he went for sort of the mid-tier items. He went for like Yules, 4-star Lotus, all these little items to keep him alive, keep him sliding around. And I believe previous tour we have also seen him go for a Radiance Rush on his Necrophos. So interesting to see what angle he takes for this game.
I'd love to see him be a little bit more sacrificial for his team, like win your lane, buy some of the cheaper items and fight with your team. Because once your DK has like Blink Shard, your CK has Armlet +1, like you can look for fights. I don't think you need your Necrophos to scale, especially with a Phoenix in the game with this Egg, the Shard, this Sunray. That's going to be quite disruptive towards you. So I'd like to see this Necrophos be able to survive some of these engagements, be able to actually open up the fight for everyone else to just get their immense amount of damage.
Dire's middle tower.
Looking at these side lanes, do you sort of foresee anyone having any struggles here as the levels come in?
Well, I mean, we're looking at top right now, and it's a little bit dicey, but that's just because you got Enchantress with the impetus and getting off some pulls. But yeah, a Snapfire DK lane, it doesn't really have too much kill threat, especially with Tiny being able to toss back. And maybe when they have higher levels, for sure, they could. But
yeah, and Mary not quite able to get that pull there.
Unfortunately, doesn't actually connect on it. That's going to be pretty annoying, but yeah, I think right now this top lane is somewhat favored towards 11Monkeyz if they are able to actually connect on some of their pulls.
Mid lane CS really going to show how much Mobi's enjoying this matchup. 18 for 4 against the 10 last hits of Stoikov. It's a tough, slow start here for the Void Spirit in this match.
Yeah, it's just a bit unfair. Basically, Void Spirit's only playing on every time he has a Remnant or a Pulse, he's able to maybe, quickly grab a creep or two, but other than that, it's on Necrophos to be a bit more aggressive and get denies. Yeah, no one ever really actively goes, well, pick me a melee hero, please, into this. He's at 1 bottle charge and a 3-stick. Yeah, he's having a rough time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's going to head over and have to grab the bounty room from Ivy's side of the map.
But this is the main thing, though, for Void Spirit. As long as he gets his levels mid and Necrophos isn't denying everything, his ability to rotate and be quick on the map will play in.
Bottom lane, the Fire Spirits, Jam's getting pretty low. They've got him.
Yeah.
Good connection there from ZYZ with the Fire Spirits. Make sure he gets that last one onto the CM.
What's his... Wait, hold on. Is this actually his name? Isn't that Beaker? Yeah. His official name is, I think, Beaker. Maybe he's rebranded. All right. We'll go with ZYZZ. Should we just say every letter? Just be really annoying.
You know, you got to say it quickly.
All right, ZYZZ. Okay, cool.
The tongue.
Yeah, the tongue.
Dyer's middle tower is
All right, cool. We'll do that from now on.
Oh, Mobile, he's just not letting him get back near the creeps. Well, Stoikov. It's going to get to the point where you know, Mobile, of course, is going to get good timing on the 6. And at that point, Stoikov's got to be very careful. Top lane, Dragon Tail into the cookie. And that is it from the combo, though. Palantimos is going to be okay.
So yeah, everyone on Ivies right now just having a great time farming. All 3 of their cores are sharing the top net worth. Because of that pool that didn't connect, Max has had multiple waves now thrown into him. It's taken at least 2 minutes for the wave to now shunt back towards the side of 11Monkeyz. But they don't really have the resources to stand and...
They've got to be careful.
They do.
This creep wave coming in under the tower, they are low, and they don't have a lot of regen between the two of them, Palantimos and Mary.
He's just dead.
Cookie in onto the 2. Angle for the 2-man scatter blast. Palantimos will get the avalanche out, but he still goes down. See if Max can take out Mary here. The heals are going to come to an end shortly. Max doesn't have enough mana to throw anything out. Same time down bottom. 11Monkeyz, they're making the moves over towards Jay and Vincenzo. And with the axes coming in, they won't be able to find a trade kill on the other side of the map.
11Monkeyz right now there. This top lane is a bit of a disaster, so they need this bot lane to kind of work in their favor. And sure, they're killing off the Crystal Maiden, but the CK just, you know, having a pretty decent time. 27 CS, already got treads, wand. A little bit worrying right now. There's not a single lane which is like, at minute 8, they're going to say, come to my lane, we can find kills. It's on the Void Spirit right now. He needs to get like an active rune at 6 and make that rotation to offset how Ivy favored these side lanes are going right now. And
it's not going to be a super easy job for the Void Spirit, right, as well, when you consider the cores that he's going to be rotating into. You know, 2 strength cores. That's a decent amount of HP that you've got to try and burst through. You know, the squishes here on the map being the Crystal Maiden. Outside of that, yeah, after a few sort of small items in for the cores, they're not going to be easy targets for the Void Spirit to burst.
Yeah, I think that's what the panel's concern was with 11Monkeyz lineup as well, was...
Oh, look at this, actually, cute. Oh. He's chasing Stoikov out of the mid lane. Stoikov's got to run away from this. Mobile's able to get in, grab the 2 bounty runes for himself. Stoikov's probably going to have to take a walk back to base to refuel.
Like, the Void Spirit rotation, he moves and just instantly found by a Snapfire. They might get Max here in top.
That's quite a nice snipe with the curry there from Cube as well. That was Palantimos' boots.
They're so tanky.
Bottom lane. If they can get this kill on BNC, trying to block him off, but not going to have any further control. JM has to back off himself as Control Summoner starts to punch into him.
This will be the interesting thing now. How does Stoikov enter the map from here? He's already got Phoenix soaking up mid XP. Getting a quick 6 on Phoenix will be pretty helpful. Maybe him TPing to top or to bot will actually really help out the team. Okay, he does actually go to top.
See what he can do. He has to get a kill out of this, otherwise things are going to just get so much more tough.
Instant stun.
From Max there. He was
all right,
more than ready. I mean, I guess they do have that Observer Ward in that area. He's going to try and get his way out of this one. He's probably going to go down. They've got him with the Avalanche to dissimulate. He has a Fairy Fire. And he's definitely making the work for it. He's going to get another Dragon Tail Stone on a Stoikov. But the Impetus and the Pulse will finally finish him off. They get the kill they were looking for.
But that was banging. Like that's obviously 3 points into the Dragon Blood. Very tanky Dragon Knight. But yeah, the speed in which he got that Dragon Tail off, it was, yeah. That just allowed everything. Sure, the Remnant prevented him from just running back to the tower. A little bit of miscommunication as well with the Cookie, but so much time bot, you're not happy if you're Void Spirit. You're barely into level 6 here. The enemy Necrophos is already 2 levels above you, level 8. 2 braces, going for a hood.
I like it, yeah. But I mean, once he has that hood online, what's going to kill him?
You need like Sunray Raw plus maybe like an Avatos combo. Okay. That's like the dream.
You need, yeah, well, 3 heroes minimum.
Yeah, maybe even 4 at this point. JM, the Sacrificial Lamb.
The Remnant, it's not going to grab JM. This X dead, isn't it? Or maybe, no, it isn't. It's not dead at all. In fact, it's going to... Okay, not quite get the stun on Mobile. All right, good moves there. Keeps himself safe. ZYZZ and gets the kill onto JM. Mary, he has been left up on the high ground, though, so Mobile more than happy to step up and get himself a Scythe stack.
At least for 11Monkeyz in all this kind of movement from Void Spirit, Phoenix just soaked up this XP. Him being 6 in minute 8 at least opens up something to happen, but kind of wish this on the side lane cause Going on to DK in top lane.
Same time down bottom, they're teasing with the idea of looking towards BNC. Doesn't look like Low Skill wants to commit for the kill here.
It just feels, the whole theme of Ivy's lineup is just innate tankiness, right? Their supports, their CM, their Snapfire, sure they might go down a couple times, but if they move to a lane, there's going to be this like unmovable unit in it that they can play behind to then chip out and throw out some of this kind of easier damage. I think Ivy going to be super comfortable with this game right now. 75 CS on this Necrophos. Of course, he's farming his small camp, the enemy's small camp. Yeah, 4.7k net worth to the 2.8 of Void Spirit. Again, just to be very clear to the Void Spirit player, this is a very Necrophos favorite matchup.
It's a very tough lane for
This
sure.
is not some like 50-50 matchup where he's been outskilled. He's just been outpicked. It's on the game now. How does he re-enter the game from this position?
He's going to try and get the jump on Mobile. But as you can see,
It's a level 1 Sunrise.
Yeah, he's still got the hood active, he's got 1 charges, he's got many things to save him, and he doesn't even need them. They're not killing this Necrophos without some sort of really well-coordinated, massive plan here from at least 3 heroes.
Yeah, the interesting thing now for 11Monkeyz is how do they focus on the map now? Beastmaster just picks up the Helmet Dominator. Traditionally, you'd play with him to take a tower, but at this point in the game, with Snapfire, CM, plus any of these cores parking themselves in bot lane, you're probably going to die to that engagement unless they don't come down here. So it's difficult to break down this map if you're 11Monkeyz. And you already see them positioning bottom to try and maybe poke at this tower. Yeah, meanwhile, as we see top as well, like Max by himself taking this tower. Sure, they might pressure the Enchantress here.
Gonna try again for Mobile.
Round 2.
So what they can do, there's the hood. He's still got 21. The 21 charges. But with the Supernova, he could be in trouble here, Mobile. The stun, it'll get him. They take him out. It takes a lot, but they get the job done. We'll see Dupe look to turn, and with the kisses, he's able to get the trade kill on Stoikov. They find something in return, but as we're seeing, indeed, they had to get the 4 heroes coming in to get the kill. But it is a big kill. They finally take Mobile down out of this mid lane.
It's actually really good for 11Monkeyz. Right? They kill off the Necrophos, they punish the positioning of Ivy, and they're taking this bottom tier 1 tower for free. Blink, he hasn't had to make any rash movements on this Beastmaster. You kind of need to stay AFK on this hero and just occupy the map. If you start TPing around and helping out your team, you ruin your game quite quickly on this hero. So the fact that they had the discipline to not react too heavily to this early aggression from Ivy, I think, yeah, overall, it could have been a lot worse. And mildly, I'm content with actually how this has gone for them. But it will only get harder. As items start trickling in for Ivy, it's going to be just a little bit difficult to kill off the Necrophos, right? Like, he's about to complete a 4-stuff. The next time that 11Monkeyz try to kill him, you're probably not going to have the perfect lockdown to kill him, unless there's now a Roar in play as well. The Beastmaster needs to start joining in, as he does move towards mid lane at least.
Got to be careful about pushing though. Mobile running back up to the area. And he has that 4-staff done, so now highly likely to be able to escape if they go on him as they did before. Extra bit of a chance to break away from them. That between a cookie save from Dupe should keep him at a safe distance if he is the focus in a fight.
But now 11Monkeyz are in a pretty good position, taking this bottom tier 1 tower. Enchantress now playing the enemy jungle, being quite aggressive. Sure, like Ivy keeping 3 to 4 heroes here, and it just opens up the game a little bit to hit some creeps. Like, we've not had to mention Tiny at all for the last couple of minutes. He's off farming by himself. He completed his Echo Saber, 800, 900 gold towards most likely, I'd say, a Blink Dagger, or even like the Shadow Blade. I'd probably lean Shadow Blade in this game. He does actually have the Knuckles in his quick buy. So yeah, I'd say, yeah, Shadow Blade, just because he needs to continue scaling. And his initiation on his team is pretty much the Beastmaster and the Void Spirit. DK just completed the Blink Dagger as well. You kind of expect Ivy to start making some moves. After how well their laning phase went and how tanky this Necrophos is, they kind of need to start using it in the game. Otherwise, that window of tankiness will slightly fall as 11Monkeyz hit a timing of playing around Beastmaster. TPing to mid, yeah. They're going to look for a smoke.
Now they've got the ultimates. What's around the edge of that ward?
Yeah, they did. They got seen. Sorry.
They can still get a catch. Max might be able to close the gap with his blink. Depends how safe 11Monkeyz do play it. Pretty safe indeed. They keep themselves over to their half of the river, and this isn't going to be somewhere that Ivy want to go right now. That's just getting a bit risky now for Ivy. This smoke's about to end. The last second of it. They will be able to get the jump on a BNC, but he could turn him raw. The kisses will kill him, but Palantimus is in with the command to Max. Max has got to back out. No skill. Gets him from the side, and he's got the damage as well to make sure that ZYZ goes down without any chance for a supernova. It pays off big time. They get into the triangle, and 11Monkeyz, even though they knew it was coming, they backed up relatively far into the safety, or the presumed safety of their own triangle. It wasn't safe at all. Ivy they just walked straight up there.
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect 11Monkeyz to fall to the smoke gank. They were well aware that it was happening. They saw the vision on it. They backed out really nicely. I think, unfortunately for them, their Enchantress was a little bit too defensive with the positioning. You know, some other teams that had put that position 5 right on the steps. Ivy would walk in, the smoke would break. You kill off the Enchantress, sure, but then everyone else just will retreat back. So I think a little bit of mispositioning from 11Monkeyz. I think they felt like they were safe because we've already dodged the initial movement.
Exactly. I think they didn't expect Ivy to head over up those stairs as they did.
But no, fair play to Ivy, continuing the smoke, trying to keep looking, and they punish a lapse of discipline from 11Monkeyz there. Not often do you enter this triangle and successfully find kills.
No, not at all.
Often you're met by supports, or at least 4 or 5 heroes ready just to kick you back out to your side of the map. And you saw soon after that fight as well, Mobai on the Necrophos, he did draw on the minimap, guys. We need to occupy their top side of the jungle. This triangle doesn't really matter too much. We need to play the wider part of the map, get more farm. Don't allow them to kind of eke out onto the sides. And Voicebricks, fair. He's done a pretty decent job catching back up.
He's on his own here. Oh, and he's going to get caught by the Dragon Tail. Into the Frostbite. It's good control. Cookies follow up. They keep him perfectly controlled. Back over in the mid, Mobai is able to take out ZYZ with the Reaper's Sight. They may not be done yet. They're looking over towards BNC. Let's get another jump in a second. Max attempting to close the gap. They're going to have to kiss. It's good to go. BNC's in trouble. They're trying to heal him up. Mary attempting to save the Beastmaster, but BNC goes down.
And they're chasing the Tiny as well. There's nothing stopping them. They're all alive.
Max. Quick Dragon Tail, and into the grab of low skill. The follow-up's done. They drag him back. He's going to live a little longer, but Mobai still able to finish him off with the Death Pulse. 4 dead on 11Monkeyz. They did get Cube in return, but overall, Ivy continuing to really push this lead now, up 5k.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I'm literally mentioning, I'm looking at the voice for time. It's like, yeah, he's caught up pretty well. I look up, I'm like, oh, he's actually getting ganked. So sorry for that one, but yeah, the speed in which Ivy can play right now, because they have the blink on DK, because they have a farm Necrophos, and their support duo is so hungry to enter these early kills, like Crystal Maiden, Snapfire, they're some of the more aggressive supports that, when playing from behind, can look pretty weak, but when you're ahead, the speed in which you can play the map is very disgusting.
I mean, it's pretty wild as well that, the Mobai was able to get that solo kill on ZYZ. You know, he had Supernova at the ready, I guess, just massively underestimating how quick this Necrophos could kill him after he gets the Reaper's Scythe off. 11Monkeyz. Now going to look to strike back. They're going to go straight for Mobai. If they can chase him. Put him in the control of the Remnant. He's still got the heals.
DK's coming.
He's going to be fine. They'll use the Supernova, but of course Ivy well ready to just sort of stand the distance, and now they're going to look to get in. Jump straight forward, back over towards ZYZ. They're having to use these ults just to get away here, 11Monkeyz. Raw being used to hold back low skill, but the rest of Ivy will run them down, take out the Phoenix. Mary and BNC also looking to be in trouble. Max will get brought down, but again, it's going to be a bigger cleanup from Ivy. 3 kills for them once again.
This last bit, Necrophos just doing so much work. You isolate the mid laner, you try to go for the kill, you have 3-point Sunray, the Witchblade on the Void Spirit, sorry. You think you're going to maybe do it, but nah. He just pops his hood, pops his shroud, 21, back up to pretty healthy standards here. It's just really difficult for 11Monkeyz. They also haven't really been able to get Tiny into any of these fights.
That's true. We're yet to sort of see the involvement from Palantimus. He's focusing on getting that Shadow Blade done.
Yeah, and once he picks up that Shadow Blade, they need to be so careful with how they take that next fight. Because this is the point in the game, when you're behind on Tiny and you pick the Shadow Blade or the Blink Dagger, if you then look for a fight, don't find it, you lose your entire map so quickly because your ability to pick off is completely gone. So this item just feels so much worse. So once he picks this up, I'm really interested to see how 11Monkeyz will set up their smoke. What vision do they have? They currently have a mid ward and aggressive jungle ward. So they have pretty decent vision to get a smoke out, but it doesn't matter, right? Ivy just goes straight to Roshan. They're not even going to give them this moment on the side of Monkeyz to try and get a play together.
I mean, with that ward up on the cliff, 11Monkeyz probably saw Ivy.
They have a hawk
Yeah,
as well.
again, they've got full vision here, so they know what's happening.
ZYZZ doesn't have an egg for 15 seconds.
Ivy want to try and fight before going back to finish the Roche. They know that 11Monkeyz up on the high ground.
Oh, they're actually respecting it. They're backing off. Maybe they thought egg was up already, so we're going to have a potentially even fight here.
They've got to watch out for these blinks though, 11Monkeyz. Max and low skill. Ready to get in with the blink stun plays. Oh, already? All right, they're getting the jump on Mobai. Mobai, they're able to do it. They're able to burst through the Necrophos. He was caught a little separate from the rest of the team. He's going to commit with the buyback. They want to get this fight going back in their favor, Ivy. It's Mary getting low. Best thing for 11Monkeyz right now would be to just try and get as many of them out as they can. And it's not going to happen. Mary and Stoikov chase down. Low skills able to get and take down that Void Spirit. And they're ready to go for more. They're in on top of the Tiny. Palantimos will pop the Avalanche, trying to run, but the Reaper side's up and ready. Ivy, they'll continue to win the team fight. They do it to buy back on Mobai. As long as they're able to get back into the pit and secure the Roshan, they're going to be fine with that one. PNC lucky to get out in time there. Low skill nearly finding him with the blink back into his triangle.
But he got the Overlord creeps with plus 250 gold anyway. Feels like a kill. Yeah, back into Roshan. Yeah, 11Monkeyz, they had to contest this. I mean, if they didn't contest this, they would have never been able to kill Necrophos again, and they might have fallen victim just to the siege. So realistically, they had to contest this, right, I think. And in doing so, it opened up to a fight where they used eggs, they used everything to kill Necrophos in the first life. He just buys back anyways, takes the fight. Like, this is the type of fight that you don't mind buybacking in because they use all the resources to kill you. You're going to re-enter the fight, be super quick. He has bots anyways, back into the middle of the fight, gets the Aegis, the game's back to being Ivy favored. But a nice attempt, but yeah, unfortunately, Necrophos just a little bit too tanky to actually punish his positioning in the river there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tiny.
Radiant's middle tower is
Next time, BKB.
Dire's top
Also the hero that you
tower
never
is
really
under attack.
disassemble Echo Saber for the BKB. Like, only in the most
Radiant's
gloom
bottom
of games that you
tower
do
is
it.
under attack.
Might have to do it here, but I very much can't really enter any of these fights until he picks up that item.
Structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
Max, he's looking for the Phoenix here, ZYZZ.
This is one of the more confident games I've seen from Max.
Yeah, Max, he's just in every time.
Yeah, Ivy have been in DPC now, I think, for 2 seasons, or last season, this season. And I think this is one of the most kind of forward-thinking games I've seen from him. Like, he really just wants to get in the middle of all of these fights. He's, yeah, really enjoying him on the DK right now. Very quick on the Dragon Tail. It's probably a quick cast user, that's for sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So 11Monkeyz, that, I mean, Mobile's just such a tough one to go for, especially when he has that Aegis.
They can 100 to 0 him though.
But can they do it twice?
No, they don't have to run away. That's the main.
See, I mean, he's
But not
completely.
now. Look at Ivy. They're coming in.
I mean, you can see 11Monkeyz know not to commit for it, and onto the side. Max has been able to get him with the Dragon Tail stun. Stoikov is away though with the 2 astral steps. They couldn't quite keep him locked down completely, so Stoikov lucky to get away with his life. I see Cube still hunting. But slow onto the shoot. Cookie follow-up as well and turns with the Shredder straight over towards BNC. That's the Beastmaster out. And there won't be any escape for Mary either. Ivy once again outmaneuvering 11Monkeyz and really getting
Dire's bottom
much
tower
done here
is
with the Aegis on Mobile. They'll be able to keep that bottom wave pushed in. Mobile straight up towards the top, just to make sure that 11Monkeyz don't get any chance to try for a tier 1 there themselves.
To be honest, I just love the itemization coming out from Ivy. The fact that you 4-star from Snapfire, the 4-star from Necrophos, the drum on CM, like they've built for all this utility of the mid game, early game, that they want to look for the fights. The double blink dagger on low skill, of course. DK's itemization is very standard, it's not whatever, but yeah, it's just super in your face, super aggressive. You get to help each other out because 11Monkeyz, if they isolate a hero, it's a Raw, a Remnant, or an Avoc toss. if any force stuff comes in play in those spells, the disconnect alone prevents that spell feeling good. It's not like they have more cheap stuns to throw in. So yeah, just the value of this double force stuff, it really paying dividends. Got to see the CK with the Mage Slayer as well. That's, of course, he's going to probably pick up the Bloodthorn at a later stage. But for now, it's a casual Mage Slayer. I like the fact that this item actually became somewhat relevant because it built into Bloodthorn. Before that, no one cared about it. Makes him a little bit tankier, allows him to lock onto a hero. And if he is able to, connect onto the Void Spirit with a right click, kind of removes him from bouncing around the fight and doing lots of damage.
It's BKB now for Palantimos. As you see over in the mid, once again, they're getting the catch, and they've got the control and damage. Not a chance for ZYZZ, taken out. Really getting so much done here with the blink plate from Low Skill and Max. Done a great job of just consistently being in the faces of 11Monkeyz.
And the Tiny did actually disassemble the Echo Saber for the BKB, so he is ready to take a fight right now, kind of defensively. Hopefully he can complete the Echo Saber once again before the next big fight. He kind of needs the attack speed to be able to take these engagements. Look at that. Oh, it actually doesn't feel too bad. It could have been worse. Oh, he's dead.
He's having a tough one, Stoikov. Still a lot of money to spend. He's holding on to the money to try and get a full X over in the mid.
Blink, no.
They were going for Vincenzo. I mean, we're still Blink just try and run down the CM. He's still got the Dinosaur on it.
Oh, he's going to get him. He's going to get him.
Oh, he gets the kill. Job done, mission success, he'll say, but losing his life for that one. As, JM won't be too bothered with giving up his life there for the trade.
Look at the grin on this Thunderhide's face. So happy. Yeah, poor CM. That felt a little bit forced, some might say.
He went straight for it. Blink did not want to let that Crystal Maiden live.
There's a 10-second window now. No Void Spirit. Beastmaster doesn't buy back. They can tickle this building, but it doesn't really feel that good, to be fair. Even though Ivy has the Deke in their lineup, hitting tier 3s isn't really a comfortable act for them. Whoever steps up, they're going to get Remnanted slightly deeper into the base, or they're going to get Abatos from a Shadowblade Tiny. It's super hard to get detection up onto the high ground areas. Yeah, they are being very mindful and respectful of the high ground defense.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And another Mage Slayer.
Have we ever seen a double Mage Slayer lineup?
I don't think
this is a new approach from Ivy. I mean, hey, it's looking good. They're smashing it. 21-13, 8K up. Some innovation here from the squad.
It's the anti-Sunray play, right? Smile. I think is that maybe it? Get the extra magic resist against the Sunray. Sunray, of course, is magical damage. Helps out against the beefier boys. Gives you damage attack speed. I kind of think it could actually just be... That could be their line of thinking, right? I feel like if this is team comms, Low Skill's like, guys, I bought Mage Slayer. Haha, look at Sunray. And then Max is like, wait, I've got gold too. I'll buy it as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, who's the trendsetter out of the two of them?
Well, Low Skill bought it first, so we'll give him the credit.
Yeah, that's true.
And if they lose, you can blame Max.
Well, why'd you blame the guy who bought it first?
He bought the second one.
Yeah, but he copied the first guy.
So you're saying it's the first guy's fault for thinking about it?
Yeah, exactly. Max was like, right. The only reason I bought this time is because you bought it. But so far, look, at the moment, looks like that's not going to be a conversation they're going to have because they're doing very well here in this game 1 Ivy.
Unfortunately, no one else is buying a Mage Slayer on their team, so there's only going to be 2 that we get to see.
Top tower has fallen.
Yeah, 11Monkeyz still playing with a lot of confidence, though. You have to respect the fact that they have a Tiny, they have a Beastmaster. They are able to quite quickly take buildings.
Top tower is under attack.
And if Ivy ever do step apart or stray away from each other, they can maybe find kills.
There we go. 11Monkeyz. Can they get a kill? It's going to be tricky. Mobite speeding around, zooming about.
If Mobite shows bottom lane, it does give an opportunity to potentially find him. They see him bottom right now. Are they going to... Nope. Okay, they're not. I was going to wonder if they were going to try and swing around to find him. Mobite very quick, actually. Shows bottom for like 1 second. Instant TP to
Max. Yeah, Max is ready to jump in. He's going to go straight away. They will turn. They get the good control on a Max. Max is getting burst pretty low. Palantir must stay on target here with commits with the BKB. Supernova will be kited out by Ivy as they keep to the edge. They take out Stoikov, and now 11Monkeyz, they've got to run. They're outnumbered. Palantimos will stand his ground against Mobai. Mobai getting so incredibly low as the Spirit of 20 HP him down, but he's gonna live. He's gonna get out. He's gonna survive. Mary, on the other hand, for 11Monkeyz, the only one to get out of there, as it's a 4-for-1.
Got to give it to Ivy. It's looked pretty awkward at the start. Jumping in for the Phoenix, not getting the kill, the forced off disconnect. Then eventually just that raw tankiness came in. Once again, Mobai just leading the charge for his team, making sure that everyone else gets a really enjoyable game. And VoiceBrit, he hasn't really been able to do anything in these fights. He seems to always be either killed off at the start or doesn't have the resources available to take the fight. Here, you had CK instantly jump him, kill him off. And if VoiceBrit was able to do a little bit more, it could have gone 11Monkeyz way. They had a really nice Sunray into Egg combo. But alas, yeah, Ivy, once again, coming out ahead. This mobility, the utility from their team is really just destroying 11Monkeyz. Alright, see, this is where it's meant to be. Like, CK's now making the Bloodthorn, alright? He's making the Mage Slayer into something. Unlike Max, who's just copying him to be cool. But now he's going for a BKB. All good.
Another Roche here for Ivy. 11Monkeyz not going to be able to get near the pit. So here we go, Aegis at the ready. They certainly are going to be looking towards pushing that high ground. So 11Monkeyz, they better be prepared.
They got to be careful here. They can't really defend this triangle. Mary's looking to get a ward out, but yeah.
Well, we'll be able to grab back Max with the Remnant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's big.
Straight away against the 2-man stun. Lone Skill's ready to commit with the BKB. The Supernova is out. And they won't have any ability to focus the egg right now. They'll have to back off to the side. Mobai's going to get caught by that stun. That's the Aegis gone. Not a bad start to the fight here for 11Monkeyz. See if they can do it a second time. Remnant control onto Mobai. He's been caught by the Spirit Vessel as well. Dive forward, in with the Dissimulate. They've taken him down a second time. Mobai will fall. It's 11Monkeyz. They may just get the cleanup here. They're over towards Cube. It's going to be another one for them. Triple kill for ZYZZ. An excellent fight against a team very far ahead and a team that turned up with the Aegis. It didn't matter. 11Monkeyz able to deal with them. Pretty much ran an excellent supernova there. The egg goes off, and Ivy, they just weren't ready to fight into that.
No, yeah, I mean, I screamed it was big. I expected this to be a lot better for them. They had the Aegis. They got 2 heroes with that Mortimer Kisses. You're going to see it from the cookie, sorry.
It's a bit of an awkward start already. You know, Max not able to fully commit onto Mary, and then he just gets sent in deep.
But it's the gobble up here. You don't have the BKB yet on the DK. It does have a Mage Slayer, though. Oh, we got it. All right, he's out. But yeah, that fight was just a little bit weird from Ivy. It looked really cool at the start, but just, like you mentioned, ZYZZ with the really good Sunray and Egg. And VoiceBrit, for once in the fight, not getting 100 to 0, able to re-enter the engagement after getting initiated on. Yeah, Ivy just wasn't in position. Killed off Necroforce quite handedly.
And as you say, maybe you were certainly in that fight feeling that the Mage Slayer pickup postponing the BKB for Max. It did hurt him in that situation.
Yeah, that for sure hurt him. 100%. Like, if that was any other DK player right now, that'd have been a BKB. He'd have been on top of 2 heroes, BKB'd, not dying. They'd probably be running away from him because, you know, full HP DK on top of you with the fireball, but alas. This is the type of mistake, though, that because of that one bad fight, 11Monkeyz are somewhat back into the game relatively. I wouldn't say they're not really in, but they're making their progress.
I mean, one more of those fights, and
it's
going to be dead even.
But that's where, like, if they'd won this fight, he'd have got the BKB after the fight, then they'd have won the game, right? So I think it's... If you don't make that mistake, if you aren't a bit too hasty, it's perfectly fine. You're being a little bit different with your itemization. But yeah, you can't be that aggressive and lack the discipline in that moment, because then your itemization will make it feel 10 times worse. But still, for sure, Ivy are relatively, you know, in the lead. They just need to be mindful, I think, pretty much just of the Phoenix, right? Just VoiceBrit can't be cutting into your backlines, and you need to stop this Phoenix from getting off the eggs. But he's got the Aeon Disc. He's super hard to kill. He's, you know, level 19, so 3-point supernova.
Oh, we've got smoke on smoke action. Who's going to start it? JM will show himself. They're ready to jump. They're going to go straight for the CM. In with the Astral Step. Stoikov jumping the back lines as well. They're in with the toss combo. They'll take out Cube. Supernova's going to be dropped here. So Ivy, they've got to run. And JM, he can't get away. Double kill for Palantimos.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Snapfire, like, you gobbled up the CM, but you weren't able to throw it away. And also, you were saving your position 5. So it looked cool. It looked like a nice start to maybe making some safe plays, but just led to the death of both of your supports.
This has got to start feeling kind of bad for Ivy, right?
This is uncomfortable, yeah.
You would imagine from Ivy's perspective, they probably felt incredibly in control of this game for the first 30 minutes, right? And now it's starting to slip away from them.
I mean, yeah, you could literally link the gobble up, which throwing the DK was at the peak, and then the downward bit, yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. Again, one mistake, and the team's back in. I guess that's what Beastmaster does. Beastmaster Tiny, these are the type of heroes that they can be behind for so long. They win one fight, and their ability just to get across the map, use the vision of Beastmaster, unlock the fight. So it really does help. Yeah, the 11Monkeyz are very much relying on quick picks or being super defensively positioned to enable this Phoenix to get the eggs off. Because don't forget, there still is the value of Snapfire going into the Phoenix, so these eggs should be dying to the little Shredder. Crystal Maiden is 2 and a bit levels away from level 20 talent. Might go for the attack speed to also help out with the egg. Wouldn't be that bad this game. It's not like you have some BKB shard Crystal Maiden that's relying on ult to be a killing factor.
Nah, yeah, surely, yeah, you take that attack speed every time in this situation.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't mind.
As those eggs have been pretty good, pretty solid the last few fights.
I don't think we're yet to see a single egg really die due to the right clicks alone. Much bigger win rate on the attack speed. People often pick it up once they're having their fun. Yeah, now, ooh, we get to see the Tiny in full force. AC, Silverridge, X-Saber, bam, slapping down the towers.
Man, that is the thing. If Ivy lose a fight and Waves are in position, 11Monkeyz, they will shred through the base around Palantimos' Tiny.
And Voice Spirit just picked up the BKB as well. Yeah, they're feeling real good.
I mean, look, all these auras as well, right? Look at this Tiny go. Fortification has to come out immediately.
Cube, don't do it. Don't Q. Oh,
I was going to hurt the gobble up. I was like, my goodness, I hope we're not going to see someone flying across the screen. Otherwise, that's going to be a rough start for the fight.
But he does have BKB now, to be fair.
All right, so you can sort of just send him in a bit more casually.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Keep like 8 max. Like, do you have BKB? And before Max could even say yes, it expired.
Oh well.
Just preventing Tiny from walking up the high ground, but very aggressive from Max.
And they get the remnant. And Max has to BKB here. And back off to the side. Jam's been jumped. CM's dead. And Max, his BKB is going to sure come to an end. He's going to still try for the jump in. The egg comes out immediately. Max trying to commit for the kill, but he just gets completely annihilated. As he's out, the barracks as well not standing much of a chance. The range rat's quickly cleaned up. 11Monkeyz will back off though. They won't fully commit for the melee right now. But again, struggles here from Max to really get in on the fight there. Had that early BKB force down. There's still looked for the opportunity to get in after it came to an end. It didn't go well for him.
Trying to catch this Phoenix and prevent the egg. It's so difficult. Beforehand, Ivy, the reason why it's going so well for them is because they're able to swing across the map. They're able to punish quite easily. But now, 11Monkeyz, when you're behind, you naturally group up. It's like the defense mechanism of being behind. And in doing so, they prevented Ivy of using what allowed them to get such a lead, right? From these pickoffs and this quick play. Every time they run into an area, it just feels like these eggs are so perfectly positioned. I lean towards Snapfire. You picked up this Ags. I haven't really felt the effect of it yet. I feel like maybe a Blink Dagger, like Blink Force Shard, would have been so much better in this game. You sit a little bit further back, you help out your team, and then you prevent these eggs from being so OP. He is going for it now. He's going to try and get the Blink Dagger after this. 500 gold away on the Snapfire, but yeah.
Dude, check this out. Low Skill's got a lot of money that he ain't spent.
I mean, there's 3... Buyback's pretty expensive nowadays, so he's... Probably could have got an Orchid, but yeah. That pesky Mage Slayer just filling up a slot right now. Oh, the gobble up, but
I mean, Max, he's going to get in there. He's got the BKB. They'll take out Mary, but they've got to run now. And the roar's up. Max is dead. This is looking to be another rough one for Ivy. As Mobile, he'll turn. The Reaper's time, it's not going to kill him. The Eon Disc is going to keep him fine. He's able to get the egg off. It's going to be Mobile going down. 2 dead on Ivy. They're trying for the TP out. Will get out just in time. The Remnant not quite able to catch JM.
All right, I need a replay of that. This is for Jeff. If we get the replay, we clip it, we send it to the old Jeff on GitHub.
What was up with this one?
So basically, when Snapfire, So basically, when Snapfire gobbles up over a cliff, it just bugs back onto the cliff. It doesn't go over. Yeah. And it happens on that spot a lot. So basically, what he's done, he's clicked on the edge, right? He's clicked on the edge, but for some reason, because of the vertical shenanigans, he goes there. So clip it, ship it. Bossman Jeff Hill, if you could get that out of the game, that'd be great. Because he 100%, he did click on the edge there.
In terms of cliffs and sort of the trajectory of firing someone, it kind of makes sense, right? That they get caught by the higher rise of land whilst they're going for...
When did real-life physics ever apply to Dota, Owen? What are you trying to do?
I mean, I'm just saying, there's some logic to it.
There is some logic to it, but I don't think you want to see it.
It's not intended.
Not saying that single gobble up's going to lose us but lose Ivy the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good job that Max had his blink up. Otherwise, that would have been really awkward. You know, he was indeed able to quickly, correct himself, get himself down on the low ground and get the stun. Doesn't matter, of course, overall for the team fight. Still another rough one for Ivy, as it's just got to the point now where Max goes in with the BKB, and they don't care. They can very easily deal with the initiation of this Dragon Knight.
Got a refresher on the Phoenix as well. Aeon Disc up in 36 seconds. Egg up in 13 seconds. Yeah, this Phoenix is going to have a grand old time in the next fight. But only the mid lane stands for Ivy. They need to be so careful with how they take their next initiation. Jumping the Phoenix isn't really the question anymore. They need to try and take a quick fight where they bait out a spell, reset, and then go back in. Lean on the fact that if Tiny and Beast aren't ready, maybe Phoenix waste some spells, but it's so difficult as they just run head-on into the Dragon Knight.
Max. He's got to be careful. He's put the BKB. He's trying to run, but the roar's up. Max is dead again. 11Monkeyz. They are looking very, very comfortable in the spot that they've managed to get themselves into. The whole start is sort of the first 25-30 minutes. It was looking to be all Ivies, but it's slipping away from them, and now down 7k against a very confident-looking lineup. It's going to be tough for Ivy to regain control over in the mid. Get in with the jump. Lowskill has to put the BKBs. See if Ivy can take this. There's going to be a buyback from Max. They're going to try and commit for this fight. They've been able to take down Palantimos. Supernova down. They've got the little shredder up. So this time, the egg won't stand a chance. Cube's able to focus and take it down. This is the fight for Ivy to finally be able to punch back against a team that was getting completely out of them.
Oh, is he going to predict it? Oh, and that's a Roshan.
Refresher shot as well. The back and forth starting to come into play here between these two teams. Ivy making sure that this game does not slip away completely into the hands of 11Monkeyz.
The Chinese didn't have BKB available as this fight broke out. They thought the CK was heavily out of position. That's why they tried to go for a little bit of a poke in a fight there. But in doing so, that was the start of their demise. You have to respect the fact that if Tiny doesn't have BKB, Necrophos is your counter. The amount of HP you have, the simplicity of Scythe just destroying Tiny throughout the entire game. They didn't respect it, and now...
Straight down mid?
Ivy's straight down mid. Take this tower. You know what, lads? Poke the tier 4s whilst you're at it. Test if they got buyback.
Let's have a look.
They're going to do it.
They're going to have to. Palantimos. He's going to have to spend.
Phoenix doesn't have buyback as well. Dead for 23. No egg for 38. This is a massive window for Ivy.
He really doesn't want to spend up on the Tiny here. That's the tier 4 going down. Both tier 4s under pressure. Stoikov puts the BKB. Yeah, Palantimos buys back. He has to. Because the Ancient's exposed. I mean, Lowskill, he's kind of looking to win the game. He's trying to focus the Ancient with his BKB, but the roar's up. Lowskill has been focused by the stun. He'll be able to get his Chaos Bar out in time. Stoikov goes down. Lowskill will fall in return. Lowskill buys back immediately. By getting low, but he's able to keep himself protected with the Ghost Shroud. They've got the Hawks. They come crashing down onto the Necrophos. That's going to be the Aegis gone out of the hands of Mobile. He'll be back for round 2, but it's going to be underneath the Supernova. Ivy had to back away from the egg.
What on earth is happening in this game? What? Sure, all right, Ivy, they just walk down mid, they take a Rex, or half a Rex and a 2 tier 4s. Force out 3 buybacks, Lowskill buys back himself. They're about to throw inside of the map.
Let's have a look at that again. They try and go for the game end here, hitting that Ancient, but not quite at a point yet that they're able to do so. Buybacks have to come in. I think we have, 3 buybacks from 11Monkeyz here on the defensive.
But the nice thing here, Cute was able to actually, with the Scatter Blast, push the Void Spirit closer to the CK, so the CK could then stun, at least kill off that Void Spirit, force him to buy back, and then sure, CK goes down. But in doing so, you force out key critical buyback at this point in the game. Ivy's able to quickly get out. James playing Crystal Maiden at this point, so doesn't actually have to do anything.
He's James. He's always so chilling, enjoying his tea.
But no, yeah, that was... Yeah, 11Monkeyz. Both teams have to be so careful. They have the lineups where if you make a mistake, they have the ability to run down mid. And at this point in the game, buybacks are so crucial. And if you look at the buyback status now,
they've got the buybacks up on Ivy, right? And there's still a cooldown actually on 2 of them themselves. But
it's kind of funky. You got Necro buyback, Snap and CM.
It's the big ones, at least for both teams, right?
Yeah.
CK and DK for Ivy. Both teams know.
Run it back down mid, boys.
If anyone's able to get any of the kills on these heroes without buyback, that could be GG. No buy.
Nice Shroud.
Get it off in time. Low skill's ready to go. He's been sending straight over towards the Beastmaster. He's going to focus down BNC. BNC's taken out. Dead without buyback. 2 minutes. No Beastmaster. Let's see if Ivy can keep the fight going. They turn with the Dragon Tail stun. Over They caught him with the Reaper side. He's out of the game as well. 2 heroes down. No buyback. They'll try for an egg here, but they're easily able to focus it down, take it out. Ivy will continue to clean up the fight. 3 dead now in 11Monkeyz. No buyback. As this, you've got to imagine, should be more than enough time for Ivy to look for the end. And they know it. They've called it GG. It's there. Ivy will take this game.